and welcome into the first ever episode of Alyssa,
Lucy,
and Peyton's podcast. This episode we'll be going through the western side of the Christmas song bracket.
and then we'll move on to taking a deep journey into the world of Wakanda Forever.
First seed, Feliz Navidad versus one vote, 16th seed, River. Initial vote,
Okay.
3, 2, 1,
Feliz Navidad.
Clearly,
Yeah.
we don't need to re-vote. There's no discussion needing to happen here.
If that one doesn't win at all, I'm gonna cry. Because Feliz Navidad gets me turned like no other.
There's some other
8th seed, Mistletoe. 9th seed, Meli Kaliki Maka.
Justin Bieber.
Like, I'm not mistletoe. That one?
With you.
Ew. Shawty with you.
She says ew and then starts singing. I don't know how that goes, so you're gonna have to sing it.
Meli Kaliki Maka is the thing to say on a bright and white
No.
Christmas day.
It's mistletoe.
That's the island.
Alright, initial vote. Initial vote, then we can argue. Have you all made your decisions for initial votes?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Mistletoe. No! Okay, it's just a classic. Justin Bieber does not deserve to win.
Well,
He does, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
A better
It's not
song.
a good song. It's a little teen little
Can we be
child singing
honest?
about absolute poo-poo garbo.
Episodes from
But
now.
still, Meli Kaliki Maka is getting hated on.
It's mistletoe.
It's very culturally appropriate.
what?
Cut that part out.
Okay,
Kaliki Maka.
it's not my favorite, but it's better than Meli Kaliki Maka.
Alright. We're re-voting. We all know what's gonna win. 3, 2, 1. Mistletoe. Mistletoe wins with 2 votes. Take 5th seed, Mary Did You Know, up against the 12th seed, Up on the Housetop.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Mary, did you know?
Okay, consensus. Good.
4th seed, Santa Baby, up against the 13th seed, Go Tell It on the Mountain.
Go tell them on the
I don't even what even is it?
Tell it on the mountain.
It's like an
Over
Irish
the
one.
hills and everywhere. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Santa
Santa
Baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
This song doesn't know where to stop. It's the 3 seed, Baby It's Cold Outside, versus the 14th seed, Oh It's Christmas. Whatever. 3, 2, 1. Baby It's Cold Outside.
The 6th seed, Frosty the Snowman, versus the 11th seed, This Christmas.
And this Christmas.
Oh!
will be a
What was
very
the other one?
special Frosty the Snowman.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
This
Frosty the
Christmas.
Snowman.
Lucy.
I don't know! Okay, you can
3, 2, 1. Frosty the Snowman.
You suck.
I don't know!
3, 2, 1. Frosty the Snowman. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know!
You need to
Wait.
vote.
3,
I don't
2,
know. No,
1.
stop doing it! I'm not gonna decide faster.
3,
You should
2,
both
1.
vote,
Frosty
like,
the Snowman.
switch your sides. That way I can decide.
Okay. This Christmas is
Wait,
a
sing it,
classic
sing
and
it.
underrated song.
By train? If it's by train.
Okay, but it's not just
not
by
a
train.
classic.
It's by
Frosty
Christina
the
Aguilera.
Snowman and a very shiny.
You don't even know!
You don't even know the wrong song, right?
And this Christmas will be a very special In case you couldn't hear it, Lucy and I screamed over the top, 3, 2, 1, this Christmas! 7th seed, Santa Tell Me by the one and only Ariana Grande,
Whoa.
versus the 10th seed, Blue Christmas. 3, 2, 1,
Santa Tell Me.
Blue Christmas. Yeah, the first one.
Santa Tell Me.
Okay. 2nd seed, Silent Night. 15th seed, Coventry Carol, whatever that is.
I don't
Silent
know.
Night.
know
3,
that
2,
one.
1. Silent Night.
I don't even know.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Now on to a different section of the bracket. You have the 1st seed, Jingle Bell Rock, versus the 16th seed, Happy Christmas, in parentheses, war is over.
War is over.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell.
Oh, this is a really tough one. I don't know.
Are you ready?
I don't know.
Okay, we're just gonna. 3, 2, 1.
War
Happy
is
Christmas. What'd you say?
I said war is over.
The biggest upset of the bracket. Oh my god, 68
It's
to
Virginia.
1. God, that's crazy.
Right?
That was a large upset.
That's wow. I was just singing it to myself and I really felt the connection to.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
after what word
I
did
just
that
really
come out?
felt the connection.
I feel like it's Vietnam. Just
That's
the
what
feeling.
I was thinking too. When a little children's choir, like those professional ones, sing a Christmas song. And they're good. It's so good. You cannot tell me I'm wrong.
In the 8th seed, Peanuts, Christmas Song, versus the 9th seed, Little Drummer Boy.
3, 2, 1. Little Drummer Boy.
Peanuts.
Drummer Boy goes hard.
Oh, holy night. Go. Oh, holy. Stop it running. The 5th seed, Oh Holy Night, goes against the 12th seed, Run Run Rudolph.
3, 2, 1. Holy Night.
That's silent.
You're so wrong.
Hold on, I don't know yet.
That's silent.
Wait, what is it?
It's like, oh, holy night, the stars are shining.
3, 2, 1. Holy night.
Oh Holy Night. I'm switching.
Yes.
Yes! I'm still with Red Button Enough, but okay.
It's because you have little siblings and they're altering your mind.
In 4th seed, Joy to the World. In 13th seed, the first Noel. Yes, Noel.
That was good.
3, 2, 1.
Joy to the World.
Joy to the World. Yes, I forgot what it's called.
This matchup is an intense one. You got the 3rd seed. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas versus the 14th seed. Where are you, Christmas? From Mr. Grinch.
3, 2, 1. It's
looking
like
Christmas.
Yes.
Here to introduce our next matchup is our friend Tyla.
Woo woo.
In the 6th seed, we have Winter Wonderland versus the 11th seed, Nutcracker.
Walking in a winter wonderland, sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, a beautiful sight, happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland.
Oh.
Okay, pause! Don't
3,
vote yet.
2.
No! It's good, okay. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Uh-huh.
Okay, 3,
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Winter
Wonderland.
It's the most wonderful time of the year versus the 10th seed. Oh, wonderful Christmas time.
This is hard. I know. They're
I
both
almost
really
never
good.
hear it.
They're both really good. 3, 2, 1.
Wonderful Christmas time.
Whoa!
Good night, mates. In the 2nd seed, we have White Christmas. It turned like Southern versus in the 15th seed. Okay, mates. Christmas is still in there.
White Christmas is the best Christmas song.
Oh my gosh. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You said yourself you get turned to Feliz Navidad.
I do get turned to Feliz Navidad, but White Christmas does something to me that makes me so emotional but also so happy at the same time.
Okay.
It is the best Christmas song. I'm dreaming of a white.
How did that get the 2 seed?
White.
Okay, 3, 2,
You just
1.
went up like 6 octaves.
Where the
3, 2, 1.
treetops-
White Christmas.
Oh, thank God.
And that wraps up that portion of the episode, the Christmas bracket.
Now moving on to the next section of our episode, reviewing Wakanda Forever.
Okay, so we need to start off with our initial reactions coming out of the theater. Peyton, go ahead.
Oh my god, absolute goosebumps. Full body goosebumps, insane. I was dumbfounded.
Okay, Lucy.
I mean, kind of same.
I feel like because you guys told me that it was incredible,
Yeah.
I did not have as goosebumpy a reaction, but I did think it was very good. And
Yeah.
the end credit scene.
Holy
my
my
God.
god, that was unexpected beyond belief.
Oh, yeah. And then once he was like, that's just my Haitian name, my Wakandan name, and I was bawling my eyes out.
I'm gonna be honest, that moment for me was kind of funny. Because I was
Really?
like,
the only thing is, yeah, he was born while T'Challa was alive.
Yeah.
So then he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna name you after me.
that's so funny. That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. And Shuri, like, looking away, so sad. Oh, okay, yeah.
If they would have kept that scene going, I would have been in tears. Like, the
You
one where,
weren't
like,
in tears?
I was like,
Oh, I
tears in my
was.
eyes, but I wasn't like actually crying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I always say that tearing up during movies is
Yeah.
crying because
Okay. You know what? That
emotions,
makes
you know,
sense.
it's just like,
Yeah.
it's harder to full-on cry, except for Stranger Things. Of course, I full-on cried at that. But anyway, I needed to ask, how many times did you tear up / cry?
I would say probably like between 3 and 5.
Yeah, that's around where I was. I said 4 to 5, and I wrote them down.
You wrote down the times.
Yes.
Okay.
T'Challa dying, obviously.
Yeah.
The intro.
No, it was
With no
insane.
music, I was, now this one is where I was crying in all sense of, I was bawling. Tears were streaming down my face. I was looking away
Yeah.
from my mother, who was sitting next to me,
Yeah.
trying not to make it obvious that I was crying to a Marvel
It was
movie.
intense.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
It was
you know,
so-
Having no music was the perfect
And it was
choice.
so
and like,
perfect,
because
yeah.
it was like a moment of silence, and it just like
Yeah.
showed.
Yes.
Yes, and like, you know what you were saying about how like they're either gonna like not, like they're not going to be able to handle it right. When I saw that, I was like, they did it right.
Oh yeah,
They did it right.
I wrote it down here. They handled the situation perfectly.
No, they
didn't
literally
talk.
did.
They didn't
Yeah.
talk about it too much, and they didn't
Yes.
talk about it too little.
And I
But they-
love how they didn't give Shuri the throne immediately.
yes,
I love
yes, me too. So anyway, the T'Challa dying in the first couple minutes, obviously I cried.
that. Yeah.
Intro, obviously I cried. Now this one's a sleeper. I bet you guys didn't cry at this one, but I cried when the original Black Panther theme came back. Because it's when Shuri's starting to become Black Panther,
Oh.
and so the like little drums like do-do-do-do-do-do.
I didn't even notice that
I
one.
know,
Oh, I
and they
didn't even
brought back
notice.
the original
I didn't
theme,
even realize they did
and
that.
I was like, oh my
Okay.
god! It was so. And
Okay,
it got me. It got
I
me.
was tearing up to the max when the queen died. Like, are you kidding me?
Okay,
I
I'm not
was
gonna lie.
funny
that she
drowned.
I was literally I knew you would think it was funny. So in the movie theater, I was trying to turn away from Lucy because I was like,
I-
can't let her know that this is affecting
No,
me right
because
now.
I didn't like the queen. I don't know.
What?
She just didn't. I didn't like her. I
She
didn't.
was
felt
such a good character.
Yeah, she,
I don't
like,
know.
Like the actress did it very well.
Yeah.
I just felt like the actual.
Okay, can we
Destiny
talk
was
about
that.
yeah, I
like,
think it's 'cause she's-
Acting in this movie
Oh.
is probably
Okay,
the best
the
out of all of
moment where
Marvel.
she like.
Whoa, well, No Way Home acting is incredible. Too.
No,
No.
I would disagree.
What are you
The
talking
acting
about?
of this movie.
Tom Holland was incredible
Okay,
in that
Tom
movie.
Holland's good, but like for No Way Home, like the storyline is like what like really like well not actually the storyline, but like the fact that they had all the good actors in it,
Yeah.
like that they brought back all of the Spider-Man. But like in this one, like the actual acting was really
Yeah, the actual acting.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. When
But-
Shuri was breaking down, it had me
Oh,
breaking
man.
down.
No, I was full on bawling, and then obviously the end where she has like flashbacks of T'Challa.
Yeah.
And my mom was
Oh.
sitting next to me, and I look over at her, and she's also tearing up, and she turns over to me, and she is like, when it happened in real life, that's what gets me.
Yeah.
Like the fact that
Yeah.
he's actually gone.
yeah.
Okay, to move on to a different area of the movie.
Okay.
When Shuri is becoming Black Panther and she goes into the ancestral plane,
That
who
Oh.
did you expect to be there?
I didn't know. Like I didn't have any expectations going in, but the fact that it was Killmonger,
Oh, so good.
I loved that so much. It was
Okay,
so perfect.
I'm not
because it
gonna
was
lie.
so unexpected.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like, it's not gonna be the mom. It's clearly not gonna be the mom.
Yeah.
It just won't be. And then I was like, I'm not kidding. I half expected it to be T'Challa,
Yeah.
and like maybe before his
Because
death,
that's
they filmed that
that's
scene
like
really quickly.
the obvious one.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and obviously, like they just probably couldn't film
Yeah.
that. But I was like, what if they got it off just in time?
Yeah.
And that scene. Oh,
But I
it would have been the best scene in Marvel. But Killmonger being there was also.
But I love the
incredible.
fact that it was Killmonger because then later, like when she like quote unquote proven herself, then her mom appeared. Like I think that transition
yeah.
arc like was so much better than if it had been T'Challa.
Yes, and so she's not the same character as T'Challa.
Yeah.
She's not immediately trying to save him.
Like I think she needed that
yeah.
to like choose a path between which she wanted to go down.
Yeah, she's not immediately trying to save him like T'Challa
so
would.
Well,
But
and like she kind of has her own path. Like she's
Yeah.
not the same Black Panther.
Exactly.
Like, she's
Yeah.
her
she
own
saves
thing.
him eventually.
Yeah.
But she does it.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
she needed to have that moment to know that she's not filling these shoes. These are new shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So
Can we
good.
talk about her suit? That suit was incredible.
When she was getting dressed, I was like, okay. But when she dropped down, goosebumps.
Oh.
I was like, this moment is
She's
so
incredible.
powerful.
I was waiting
Oh
for
my
her to
gosh.
use the like purple bomb thingy.
Yeah.
And when she finally did it, like broke the rock behind her, I was going
Yeah.
crazy.
Can we talk about when she pulled herself out of that sphere?
Oh, you could feel it.
Yes.
But what happened? It just went away.
Well, I mean, like the suit, like I'm guessing,
Like,
it
she
kept
probably
her from bleeding
regenerated.
out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know
but
how the suit
I'm
comes
guessing-
out of nowhere.
See, that's what I was thinking. I guess the suit just healed her, but
Well,
that
I
doesn't
wonder if
make
it was just
sense.
like this suit like regenerated itself, so then her body would start to like do it as well.
Well, I
but
was
you
just
wouldn't be able to regenerate that fast.
Yeah, but I was
Yeah.
just
Fine, 2
thinking
minutes
like
later.
that it like because the suit came back like was able to regenerate, then it like kept her from like bleeding out
Yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
so then she could like fix it later.
No, I thought it was fine that she kept going, and I thought the adrenaline
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
everything would keep her
That's
going.
what I was
obviously.
expecting, that the adrenaline was keeping her going.
Yeah.
But then they
And
showed
then-
it, and it was nothing that I was like, huh.
Yeah, or she was like on the plane or whatever, and she wasn't like
Yeah.
hurt.
And she
I was
seemed like fine, yeah.
and they didn't even mention it later, so
Right.
I don't know.
And,
That was my ick with
the
the
guy
movie.
too, like he like gets like burned all across his
Yeah,
whole
and
body,
he's
and then
just
he's just like fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's a little bit, that was a bit of an ick. Can we talk about the scientist? What was her name?
Oh,
No
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't know. I know that Williams was her last name.
Okay,
But-
so yeah, Williams.
We don't know,
Okay.
but I'm just gonna call
But I
her
mean,
a scientist.
she's going to be Ironheart, so like,
Dude, I have talked extensively, especially with you, about how much I hate when they just redo characters. It's so dumb. Get her. You have 5 billion comics of 5 billion different characters.
Right.
Why do you have to bring back basically the same character? She built this.
Oh, you mean
she
like
built an
Ironheart being like a recreation of Iron Man?
Yeah, just pick a
Okay.
different a new character. You don't need to
Fair.
bring back. Yeah,
But I feel
it
like-
minimizes Tony.
Okay,
She
yeah.
makes
Yeah.
the suit in like 10 minutes.
But I do feel
It's
well.
so
I mean,
dumb.
I do feel like it's better than what they had been doing. Like what we talked about like how they need to develop characters before they give them their actual thing. Like
Yeah,
because
well-
now there's a connection, which
Yeah,
is
like
like
the
what you were saying
introduction.
was lacking.
Okay.
So
Yes.
like it might not be great that they like are like covering it up, but at
Oh.
least they're like giving her a proper
And they weren't
backstory.
even trying to hide the like. They were trying to make parallels, but it was so bad. They did her like in a tank top doing the hammers. It was so obvious.
Yeah.
Like that they were trying to make it like, oh, fun.
Just
It's
like a
it's the
recreation of
exact
Tony.
same thing. He's Iron Man, but
Yeah.
instead they're making an exact same copy of Tony, and Tony's supposed to be this genius levels above everyone else. But
Yeah.
they're just putting all these random people we've never heard of before on
Yeah.
the same level of brilliance as him.
Well, I mean, they kind of hinted at the fact that she was like brilliant, but I
know.
get where you're coming from. Yeah.
But like, if some random people with scraps, he also built it with scraps, but he's Tony. He's supposed to be able to do these things and be
Yeah.
levels above everyone else. But if everyone, it's the syndrome thing. If everyone is super, no one
Yep.
is. So if everyone's a genius, no one is.
yeah.
So that's one of my icks. Also, her freaking Iron Man suit was the ugliest thing
so
I've
bad.
ever seen, and
It
the
was so
CGI
bad.
was trash.
Yeah, the CGI for Marvel has gone significantly
Downhill.
downhill. I don't
Downhill.
understand why.
Oh,
Because you would think with the technology, it'd be getting better and better. It's getting
It's
worse
getting
and worse.
worse.
It's like
Way worse.
they reached a peak and now they can't recover.
yes,
It's so bad.
exactly.
Although the underwater city was really cool.
I
didn't
CGI
like
wise was a big fan.
It was not bad.
It looked like a ripoff Atlantis.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but
Oh my gosh. They had the Avatar preview, and then
No, literally,
Yes!
I had the exact same thing. I was like, oh my god.
they're just ripping off
Yeah.
Avatar.
Yep. Yeah.
I think Namor was a good villain, and his intentions were really good. And I was also, it felt so weird because the entire movie is like, we need to save the scientist, don't kill her. But then they just go around killing all these other people like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but you can't kill this person. Pew, 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 you're all dead. But don't kill her.
yeah.
That's fair.
Okay, let's move on to a different person, Okoye.
When that scene happened, that was a tearful moment for me.
Oh, I know,
Like
right?
the acting in that moment.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing that made me not like the
'Cause-
Queen.
At first, I was like, oh my god, why is this happening? But then for me, that made me a moment that I loved the Queen even more. Because when she explained her reasoning,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, that makes sense.
No, I got it. I did like that speech where she was like, I've lost everything.
Yeah.
But, I love Okoye so much.
Yeah. The
And
fact
then-
that she got stripped, that had me in
And she
tears.
comes back in what might be uglier than the Iron Man suit.
Oh,
that
yeah, the
scientist
wing.
is in.
The
That was
winged angel.
horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
That suit was so bad.
Ugliest
And the fact that there were
thing ever.
two of them.
Oh,
Like, why?
so bad. I legitimately was crying in the theater because of how awful it was.
Yeah.
Every time she was on screen, I felt myself want to
It
throw
no
up.
longer felt like powerful and empowering. It felt like this is stupid comedic.
Like, she was supposed to be able to, like, do all that stuff on her own.
Yes.
Like, that was the
Yeah.
whole point, is that she didn't need that because she was so
Again, yeah,
powerful.
with
And then
the
they just, like,
serum.
put her in this random suit. Like,
Yes.
what the heck?
And then she can just like swim underwater super
Yeah.
fast. And it's like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Speaking of empowering, I think this was a very, very good girl power movie without forcing it.
Yes.
I think Marvel has had this problem in the past a lot. With
Yes.
Especially Captain Marvel. The end of Captain Marvel is literally like, girl power, I'm standing up. I can do it. And then
Yeah.
this movie felt like
Like, it's
you don't have to force it.
it's so good because it's not the primary message of this movie.
Exactly. It's like girls can be powerful and it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be the biggest part of it.
Like,
Well,
I think-
and it like happened organically. Like
Yes.
they didn't start the Black Panther like storyline thinking like, oh, it's gonna turn into like
Yes.
the
And I think-
women being in
yeah.
charge. And then like when it did happen, it just made sense because they
Yes.
set it up in a way where like
Yeah.
the characters were powerful enough to like take on that role.
Yes.
Yeah. I think for
So
me,
good.
that's why I loved this movie so much, is because of that aspect.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that it was so powerful without being blatantly shove it down your throat.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, another thing is there really wasn't any romance. And
I loved that
Yeah.
so much.
like they don't have to force a romance plot line that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like
that's
a breath
true.
of fresh air. And then
Yeah.
it made it so when the little child came in at the end credit scene, it made it so like that
Yes.
felt so welcoming
Yeah.
because they hadn't shoved a romance down earlier in the movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, when Nakia is like, when she's just talking about he was her everything, I think I teared up with that too.
Yeah.
That was
I'll be honest, when Nakia first came in the movie, I recognized her.
I didn't know who it was,
But I was like, is this who I think it is?
like it took me a solid
Yeah.
like 2 minutes of like
Yep.
staring at her face and being like, which
Yep.
character is this?
Yep.
Oh my god.
And I completely forgot that she left. Like, was that ever established in the previous movies?
I feel like it was.
Was it? Oh, didn't remember that one.
I don't think it was like a main plot point, but like
Yeah.
In the first one, she's established as a spy, and she like had been
Yeah.
here and there
moving around, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Since we mentioned connections earlier, more connections that happened. They were at MIT, which is
That was cool, yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was really sad they didn't just have MJ walking in the background.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I
Yeah.
want that really big connection. and they just haven't. They've given little connections. I want at least one big.
Honestly, though, that would be good because like they had her go back to school like at the end of the movie, so that could be a possible connection in the future. Like they're both at the same
Ironheart
school.
and MJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be such. That'd be such a cool like power group. Oh, that'd be so.
Oh my
cool.
god, they would be so funny together.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Oh, okay. That's another thing. It wasn't a very comedic movie, which is just a stylistic choice. That's fine.
That's fine.
I did laugh like twice, and it was because of the scientist. Very likable, very funny.
Yes.
But other than that, just not very.
I loved the colonizer jokes. Those were hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny. Nice to see you in chains for once.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
My favorite colonizer.
Were there any other connections that you guys noticed?
I'm so bad at noticing connections, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think MIT was really the only one. In my opinion, this movie was far too long and way too slow-paced. They spent way too much time on things that could have been a minute max.
Yeah. I kept expecting it to end, and then it just kept going.
Yeah.
like
I looked at my watch, and it had only been 20 minutes, and I thought it had been 2 hours. That being said, at the end of the movie, I was like, okay, the length feels okay. Like, during the movie, I was like, when is this going to end? At the end of the movie, I was like, okay, I'm fine with the length.
I think this is a movie that's not going to age well, because...
That's fair. The rewatchability of it, it's kind of low.
Exactly. Because it's too long to watch very often,
yeah.
and the sad moments aren't going to hit you every time.
Yeah.
They
Well,
just aren't.
and the other thing too is that like the like main audience that it's like centered towards, which I feel like it should be, is like people who have like been with Marvel and like understand like how big his death is.
That's
like,
a big point of Marvel now
Like-
that I feel like.
well, like, cause like if our kids are watching this, they won't understand.
Okay, but that's Marvel everything now. Like, if you haven't been a diehard Marvel, there's no way you'll watch these movies and like them and understand them.
I think I disagree, because
Really?
my mom has not been keeping up with it, but after the movie she was like, actually I could follow it
I
pretty
feel
well.
like Black Panther has been the exception to that rule, because I would actually say you could watch it. It's like the old superhero movies. You could watch it without having any pre-context.
Yeah.
But like if you watch Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness without
No
any
idea.
context,
No idea.
Yeah, and that's like a big thing with Marvel.
Although
right now.
I do feel like the good ones, like I watched No Way Home. That was my first Marvel movie, and like now going back and watching it, there's way more things that I noticed, but I still thought it was a good movie.
That's
so
fair. Yeah.
and it depends on
I think because with No Way Home, if you have seen the other Spider-Man movies, you're probably like, oh my gosh, it's Tobey and Andrew. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But if you haven't, you're probably just like, oh, it's 2 more Spider-Man.
yeah.
Spider-Man.
It's
not
Andrew Garfield.
right. It doesn't have to be you've seen the movies. You can just be like, oh my goodness, it's 2 more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think this movie will always make me cry, no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think you're totally right that it won't hit the same.
Yeah. It's milk.
rewatching.
It's milk.
Yeah. Ew, gross.
It's gonna age badly. It's like Endgame. I can't watch Endgame very often because
Really?
it's so long.
I
Yeah,
rewatch
that's
it
fair.
all the time.
Really?
Yeah. That's probably why it's number 1 for me.
That's interesting. I'm definitely an Infinity Girl person myself. It's 2.5 hours, so it's about the same. But I think the pacing of it in the first 2 hours are great.
Yeah.
Whereas Endgame, I'd say the first 2 hours are
That's
not
fair.
as good.
That's fair.
So you almost have to push through the first 2 hours to get to the
That's
last
fair.
hour, which is the best hour in Marvel.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It is. In this movie, you're gonna have to push. I think the first 10 minutes, incredible,
And then you.
and then next
Yeah.
hour and a half. Oh my
Like, the
gosh!
context for the movie dragged on way longer than it should have.
I was telling my mom, I think you could explain this movie in 3 sentences.
Yep.
3 sentences is all you need.
Well, like all of like the I don't even know what they're called, like the water people stuff, like their whole backstory and like all of like the big underwater, like that took way too long to
Yeah.
explain. Because it didn't end up being a big like factor in the end. Like we didn't need to know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the biggest... Okay, here's what I think the movie comes down to. Since the villain, Namor, wants to kill the scientist because of the tech, why not just destroy the tech?
Because she still has it inside her brain.
Right.
But it was
just you don't need to kill her. Just
destroy the
tell her she
technology.
doesn't make the tech.
Yeah.
I feel like you can trust her.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, villains are often way too extreme, but like...
Yeah.
The funniest thing is, Shuri basically did the same thing. And we're like, yeah, Shuri.
Yeah.
If this movie was from their point of view, we would totally be cheering for them, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I liked this story because the villain was, like, so full circle. Mm-hmm. Because, like, the reasonings behind him being a villain were actually relatable.
Yes.
Instead of,
he
like...
wants to protect his people.
Yeah.
Well, and, like, they both wanted the same things. Like, it wasn't like he was coming in here and being, like, all, like, crazy. Like, they both wanted to protect what they had built. Like, so it made sense.
They were making very obvious parallels between Wakanda and the area. And they even had an entire scene where Shuri's thinking back to being down underwater. Yeah. And she's also thinking of Wakanda. Like, they're literally drawing exact parallels between the two.
This, like, them being, like, allies or whatever now moving forward, that's gonna be insane.
Okay,
Like,
what Neymar said at the end of the movie, does that, like, go back on that, though?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't really know.
You mean when he was like, when the surface level attacks Wakanda, will be
they'll
there
turn
to
to
help?
us, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
because that, to me, that
strengthens
felt a
allies.
little cynical.
Well, I thought it was just like, they're still gonna get what they want. They're still gonna be able to, like, attack the surface world.
Okay.
Just Wakanda will be on their side.
Oh, gotcha.
That's what I thought
okay,
it meant,
that
but
makes
I
sense.
could be wrong.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh, I felt like they were setting up another movie with that, clearly.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh. When Namor and Shuri are fighting. Such a good fight. And then, he goes like, because he's hurt. And they turn to her, and she has one of his, like, wings.
The wings?
Oh,
Yes.
I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh!
That was another, that's horrifying moment for me.
I loved it. Oh my gosh.
Don't get me wrong, the wings were very cool. But it felt very much Percy Jackson-esque with the little wing shoes that one guy had. Alyssa?
Apologies for this brief sponsored interruption for AP Chemistry from the one and only Mrs. Pianalto.
Attention loyal listeners! Are you undecided on your future course plans, really interested in science, or dreaming of improving your GPA with just another AP course? Well then, we've got the class for you! AP Chemistry is the talk of the town! In 2022, students lined up in droves to sign up for the course, and now they're seeing chemistry in action everywhere they turn! Join the devoted group of chemists who dream about the subject nightly, laugh their way through tests, and routinely get 200% error in laboratory experiments. Side effects can include psychosis, accidentally consuming mothballs, black pee, projectile vomiting, and in rare cases, chemistry-specific trauma-induced anxiety. Run! Don't walk! To your CCR advocate today to add AP Chem to your future course plans.
Now, back to the episode.
Alyssa, overall, how would you rank it?
Ooh,
Amongst
yes.
your rankings. Is it top 10 at least?
Oh, I don't know, because I only watched it once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not going to age very well,
Okay.
so I'm not sure.
Wait, okay, when you do your rankings, do you do it overall holistic view? Do you do it rewatchability, or do you do it first experience, this is how I felt, this is how it's staying?
Oh, I do,
Or do you
like,
combination?
Overall.
Okay, got it.
I'm only taking into account rewatchability because over time, overall, it will become...
It will go down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's obviously nowhere near as good as No Way Home. I would say also that the original Black Panther is better.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, because I think Killmonger's a better villain.
Okay.
I like the twist of him being a cousin, which is, that movie is so good. Yeah, I think I'd put Black Panther over it. That being
Really?
said,
Okay.
Black Panther is in my top 5.
Yeah.
So that doesn't move Wakanda Forever that far down.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably top 10. But it's hard. Marvel movies are really good.
Yeah.
Where would you put it, Lucy?
I would also agree it's probably in my top 10. I don't think it's in top 5 though.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Peyton?
I would say for right now, top 5. However, okay, right now, I would say it's better than Black Panther 1.
Okay.
But you're so right that rewatchability is so bad.
Oh,
Like, for Black Panther, I could probably watch that every single day and not get bored.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
So good.
But this movie, I will probably watch it again in, 5 years. So, right now, top 5.
Yeah.
Above Far From Home. No,
Yeah.
No Way Home.
I'm just saying, here's also, the ranking of on period versus off period changes a ton.
That's so true. That's so
If
true.
you're on your
true.
period, that's probably number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number one!
Because you're like,
No, maybe
sobbing
that's
through the
all.
whole thing.
Maybe that's why. Oh my god. Okay, so in a week I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, this is the worst movie they've ever produced.
Exactly.
No, but actually though, this movie was incredible. I would say
Oh,
probably
yeah.
top 10.
Especially theater experience, it's up
Yes.
there.
Yes.
If you're ranking just first time, I would say top 5. Endgame being number 1.
Absolutely.
Clearly number
Absolutely.
1. I didn't see Infinity War in theaters, so I don't know if I can rank that.
Because, this is one of the things, you can never watch it for the first time again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because,
So what is your top 5 ranking, Peyton?
Okay, number
Right now?
1, Endgame.
Yeah.
Number 2, Infinity War.
Yes.
Number 3,
Hello, Alyssa from the future here.
and Lucy.
And Lucy. You weren't supposed to talk!
I'm talking normally now.
Okay, Lucy's mad because she said a lot. Anyway. Like. We cut it out though. I mean, this is raw footage. We didn't cut a thing. We sound smart. Anyway, Peyton says, No Way Home. Or, poop. Dang it. Alright, this part is getting cut out. Peyton says Far From Home, and I go, what? Because I think she's talking about Far From Home. But in fact, she was talking about No Way Home, and she definitely knows her Spider-Man movies. So keep that in mind while you watch this next clip.
probably Far From Home.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Maybe 3, maybe 5. Then
So in my tier 1, with the top 3, and I
Okay.
think they're above everything else by a good margin. Number 1, Infinity War.
okay.
Number 2, No Way Home.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And number 3, Endgame. Although, No Way Home and Endgame are interchangeable. You can put them either way.
Yeah.
Both extremely, extremely good.
What's 4 and 5 for them?
Black Panther, then Ragnarok. So Ragnarok's my 5. How do you
It's
not?
so bad.
No, we're forcing you to
I
rewatch
had
it.
to force myself to finish it because I was like, what is the hype about this?
It's good.
Garbo.
Okay,
So bad.
mine, Endgame, Infinity War.
Okay.
Probably Black Panther, then No Way Home. Just because the first time I watched No Way Home, I didn't have all the background.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
they
It does
didn't
make a
hit as well.
difference.
And then 5, probably either the first Doctor Strange or Ragnarok. I feel
The
like
first
they're
Doctor Strange is
on
really good.
similar
Yeah.
levels.
It's probably one of my favorite rewatch Marvel movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, by the way, spoiler warning. Wow, that was great, guys. We nailed that.
Killed that.
Okay, that's a freaking wrap. Let's go. Yeah! Woo! Because we are publishing these, Peyton, and we are going to be famous. Okay.
And we appreciate every one of you fan. Anyway, that's a wrap. And we'll see you next time on our podcast.